Welcome to the Quote and Print Freight Options tutorial. To set up the options, we need to go to the File menu of Quote and Print and select the Courier API Setup. This will invoke the dialog. You may need some help from your Quote and Print partner for specific settings for you. However, you need to set up the individual markups for each courier, whether it be Australia Post or FedEx. Then we need to create a stock item in your stock list with the name freight as the code. There's no need to set up any prices, but we do need to set up the cost center. It is important that it goes into the freight cost center on your cost center setup in Quote and Print. The markup is not important. The next step is if you're using one-screen quoting, the size of the parcel will be noted and recorded. From the More button, select the Freight button and set this on your quote. We can now set up some options for freight within Australia. Make sure the number of packages and the full dimensions of the parcel are recorded. Next, insert the source postcode from where the courier will pick the parcel up, and then search the postcode register for the destination postcode. Once the postcodes are set up, select the Search button and wait until the search is done, and then select Close. This will bring up the Freight Options dialog with all the options showing the cost, the sell price, the markup, and the markup percentage or the profit. Let's just close this one for now. The freight options can be shown in any user-defined document as a quote letter. This field can be found from the onboard editor in Quote and Print from the Jobs field folder, selecting Freight Options. Back to the freight options. Here we can select the desired freight options for this quote and then select Add to Quote. The markup will automatically be calculated from the API setup. This is found from the details and the cost center on the quote. This one is adjusted for rounding. The selection will appear in the details screen, with or without other details as part of the quote. The details will also appear on the worksheet under Stock, with the appropriate markup shown. When we're looking at the bid, the freight option will appear in the bid price, with or without other print components. This one is rounded. To change the selection, go to the Details screen first and delete the freight lines or line from the details screen. Then go to the freight options and uncheck the selection that we have previously made. Then reselect the appropriate selection and then add this to the quote. When the quote is converted to a job, the freight option will appear on the job bag in the Freight Cost Center. Now, what if we want to search for an overseas freight option? Again, bring up the dialog and search for the country in the freight options. Once we've set the postcode from, type in the postcode to from a postcode or Google search. Hit the search button, wait for the search to be done, and then close the dialog. The expanded options are now shown for overseas courier services. Select your option for the quote and add it to the quote, and proceed in the same way as an interstate freight option. Should you wish any further information on this, please contact your local quote and print partner.